This is podcast number 2 on online safety, and then we have Graham here with us again today.
So how does online safety affect your choices, like what you post as a future educator?
I think going back to, again, being conscious of what you post online and making sure you're not interacting with the wrong, platform or group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think also, like, having your personal accounts, like, private.
Yeah.
Into where, like, only, like, close friends and family can view them.
Mm-hmm.
I think is really important. And then not, like, following students online unless they're, like, graduated or whatever. Because, like, teachers will do that now. Like, once you graduate,
right,
then, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or whatever.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And I think setting an example in teaching, especially young students, online safety is really important.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's a big one. Like, a bunch of teachers, especially in college, like, the students will be like, well, follow me back on this, follow me on that, so we can, like, and even if it's for good reasons, even if it's like an English teacher and it's like, you can look at my resume, you can look at my this and that, like, even if it's for a good reason, they're always like, not until you graduate, not until you graduate, and then not the second you graduate, like, request, but like a month or like a week, a month, whatever, like long enough after you graduate, just reach out and be like, hey, would you look at this cover letter for me? Like,
yeah,
because a lot of teachers will get in trouble at that, like following students and then
that's a big
talking
thing.
to them and going a way that it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So like the safety in that sense, like I guess is like biggest way to avoid it is just like not until you graduate, or like not until you're my student like you're not my student anymore, or like a student teacher. And I don't know, if you're a student teaching like senior in high school, like you guys are maybe 4 or 5 years apart at some points, and it's just like, I'm not going to follow you back because it can lead to bad things. And even if it's not a bad thing, when the student texts you one time, like it can go, it's just not good. And then the student, if you send a text, can delete his text and be like, oh, look what they're saying to me, and like everything you say can just be changed so that they look like the victim, and then they are going to be like, you're not going to be the victim in that sense.
I think that just going back to like being conscious and being aware and weighing the pros and cons. I'm going to be very private.
Right.
Like, I'm not.
Do you feel like that's because you're going to be like held to a higher standard, or do you feel like that's just you? Do you feel like teachers are a higher standard?
For sure, because I think some people like love social media platforms.
Yeah.
I can live without it.
Right.
Like, if you're my friend, you're gonna know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna. I'm not just gonna go crazy on social media.
Right. Do you think teachers have to change how they go, like when they become a teacher? Like.
Oh yeah.
And do you think that's because they believe it's a higher standard, or it is a higher standard? Do you
I think
believe
it
that's
is
just
a higher
because
standard.
like they're maturing?
It is a higher standard because you are thousands of students' role models.
Yeah.
You are who they look up to.
Even if they're not your student, they're friends in your class.
Or they see you around school
day.
And they see you as an adult.
Right.
And you need to be responsible with that.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's a privilege to be able to show younger people how to be safe online and how.
So how would you show them how to be safe online in your class?
With younger students, I think it's hard. But I think I would be like, maybe like 6th graders, I'd be like, hey, look at the, like URL, for instance. And if it's like, not like a sketch URL, but ones that are like,
or ones that
better
have,
than
like,
others,
50 pop-up ads,
or like teach them that, or like teach them signs of cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Like, if this person is,
I feel like that's grown a lot.
Getting to like bullying you online. Okay, for one, what you need to let somebody know.
Yeah.
And then you need to take action.
Yeah.
And you need to have, like, students need to have the role models there to help them and support them, like, through that. Because that can be really, really dangerous and really sad.
I feel like that's gone up with all, like, the video games and the online, like...
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's go home and play Xbox. And then they're like, man, you suck. And, like, saying this and that. And it's just
or just, like, social media
that people wouldn't think of as bullying, but
comments
it's like
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is easier now because everyone can hide behind the computer and type whatever they want.
Yeah. Or for like little kids, like it's super hard.
I feel like it's more like they didn't invite me to my birthday party, and it's like, okay, like in class, everyone's involved in like the birthday party, even if they have like the gluten allergy, peanut allergy, like whatever allergy you find. Like I remember in school we had a girl with a peanut allergy. We used to have pretzels on her birthday because she liked pretzels. Everyone just ate pretzels.
Yeah.
Because it was like inclusive, and it was like, we're not going to leave anyone out. We're not going to bully people.
Yeah.
Like, we're just
I think it for sure starts off as like what it means to be a friend, what it means to be respectful. And also just like staying off of videos that you know you're not supposed to be watching.
Right.
Because kids know.
Kids know. So how are you going to monitor that?
I mean,
you can't see all 30 iPads.
I think on the apps that I use in class to integrate my technology in, it's going to have some sort of like, I can see their screen. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm going to like say, hey, I can see your screen.
Right.
I'm just going to walk up to the student if they're not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And like re-guide them back.
Because if you say...
Because then they're going to be like, wait, how does she know?
Mm-hmm. But if you say I'm watching, they're going to be like, well, I'm going to stay on this.
I just think it like sends like a behaviorist, like I'm a tyrant, like I control you and like you can't... I don't know. I just don't like how that feels. Mm-hmm. Like, I can still be in control and do it differently than just, like...
Yeah. I feel like a lot of teachers do it differently.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of teachers do it differently.